My name is Pastor Matthew Edu. I hail from Oimini local government area of Benue State, Nigeria. I have Bachelor in Technology in Mathematics Economics from Federal University of Technology, Yola, the present Modibo Adama University of Technology, Yola, Adama State. And currently, I'm running my master degrees in economics in the prestigious University of Nigeria in Nsukka. I have different hobbies, but basically my hobby is writing, as much as it is also a gift. I love volleyball, I love football, and I love reading. These are my hobbies. I have published a book before. The book is titled Youthful and Useful, and the basic thing around that book is to encourage the lives of my fellow youths, is to give them a guide on how to live a very productive lifestyle. One of the quotes in that book I so much anchor on is, I said, our youthful stage is our most useful stage in life. Therefore, we should not compromise that period with activities that are worthless and unproductive. So the book is centered around influencing the lives of the youth positively. If we see the generation we are today, it is a deviation from the norm that we used to experience. So I am trying to call out to the global youth to make a rethink about what their lifestyle today is, because it has largely been stated that the hope of any society largely lies on the youth. And one of the advantages we have as youth is our strength. So we must use the glory of that strength to impact our lives, to impact our world positively. I have some books I've already written, but yet to be published. And one of them is a gospel book. That is the Church and the Gospel. Now, the church and the gospel is like a comparative knowledge about our present day church and what the gospel itself entails. Have we been able to follow the precedents of early Christians? If no, what do we need to do? What does the gospel talk about? And where is the state of the church today? So, this analogy is being drawn to better reposition the church of God today. Then the order of the book is titled Flames of Fire. The flame of fire is talking about the revival that has almost gone off in the church today. How do we reawaken it? And I discovered that one of the reasons why revival is tarrying in the church of God today is because our activities are no longer tarrying with the gospel. So it is a clarion call. It is a message to the church of God that at this time we are in the end time, and the devil is strategically repositioned its people. So the church of God must be on the wake. We have to burn in the flames of fire so that the gospel can effectively be propagated and souls be prepared for rapture. Another of the book again is Your Set Time for Divine Experience. Your Set Time for Divine Experience. It is one thing to know God, it is another thing to know about God. A lot of us believers today, we know about God, but we don't know God. Knowing God is following God according to His standard. But knowing about God could come as a result of most of the experiences others have spoken about God. It does not translate to a life totally submitted or surrendered to Him. So your set time for divine experience is charging believers that there are principles to enjoying the benefit of Christianity. And most of these principles have been outlined in that book. So by the time you follow these principles, it is like a journey of transformation with God, so that you can walk on this standard and you begin to enjoy all the profitings of the profits of the promises of God for your life. Then most recently, I wrote another book in honor of a personality, in honor of a philanthropist, in honor of a woman whose life has been on a rescue mission to humanity, a rare pace setting for our generation. I titled that book, The Emergence of a Heroine. And I've already contacted with a woman. She's not any other person but Dr. Mrs. Rebecca Oine Julius Oamen. She is the head of the Department of Administration and Finance, National Biosafety Management Agency, Abuja. So talks are in front here to see how we could have the book launched. The book Emergence of a Heroine, work about the book started as far back as 2018. It's a woman that I've been studying very critically. When we see the world we are living today, we live in a world that is full of avariciousness. We live in a world that is full of hedonism, where people no longer care about their fellow human being. Nobody wants to lay down their lives as sacrifices. Nobody wants to take pain for the gain of others. But over time, we see a personality, Dr. Rebecca Oine Julius Oamen, who have dedicated and committed her life in service to humanity. She has been a sacrifice and a bridge to other people whose life have become a rare influence in our generation. We have seen so many people being helped, giving job to many, societal development, youth empowerment, encouraging widows and women around the world, across every sector and facet of human endeavor. She has greatly touched life. So the book, The Emergence of a Heroine, is a call to other people, those that are well privileged to see the way of helping other people, that together, if you and I, if we are better placed and we could reach out to humanity, the world will become a better place. So that book has been written in the reflection of our thought, values, and beliefs about life, so that when these things are propagated, many people can still be encouraged. Many people can also come to the realization of the fact that the life, the quality of life we live here on earth, it is not in the duration of it, but the donation we are able to make in the service of humanity. So the book is meant to honor her, and in this honor, people should be encouraged that there is honor for every service. And whatever we do on earth, we are being looked upon. And at the end of the day, what we can't is not how far you have gathered. It is not how far you have amassed for yourself, but the amount of lives you have touched. That is what you'll be remembered for. By God's special grace, the person to whom the book has been written in honor, which is Dr. Mrs. Rebecca Oine Julius Oamen, we have been in constant touch. We are looking at the first quarter of this year, 2022. By the special grace of God, we have already set up a committee with respect to that effect. The committee have the principal responsibility of seeing how they will come together to see that book launch a reality. And the book will now go to the world. People should really watch out for that book. It is a must-read book. It is a collection of inspirational quotes. It is a collection of godly inspired principles that will be able to inspire other people. There are stories that have culminated into what the book is today. Now, for instance, the life of the woman we spoke about. This is somebody that we knew how she grew up. We knew how she grew up. She grew up from a very poor background, and today, by hard work, she has risen to stardom. She never allowed her background to put her back on the ground. So by reading that book, you are coming in touch with ideals and principles that will make you to live a better life, irrespective of whatever life is putting as a challenge to you in the present. My advice to my fellow youth is to think back and evaluate the essence of their existence. I have always said, everyone on earth, we are on a mission. Our Creator was not looking for a particular number that He just added us to make up that number. He created us for a particular purpose. He created us for a definite assignment to fulfill. So you must sit back to define and realize your assignment. Until your assignment on earth is known, you cannot live a very productive life. So I am calling out to the youth, that we must sit back now. Time has come for us to really put in place every ideals and ideologies that God has deposited in us, so that when our potentials have been annexed, we can contribute immensely and laudably to the growth and development of not just our immediate society, but we can have a global influence. Thank you. It's my pleasure having me here. Thank you.